Numbers chapter 29, verse 35. This is known as the Shemini Atzeret, the 8th day assembly. Or, however, for today's mystery, or for today's revelation concerning the 8th day, 8 is a number of infinity. It symbolizes new birth or new beginnings. But 8 comes after 7. 7 be a number which symbolizes completion from Scripture. God, after He had created the heavens and the earth, He rested on the 7th day and called that day the Shabbat. In fact, the Shabbat itself, the word means to rest. Now, when you are on the 8th day, it means you have completed the work. Jesus Christ resurrected on the 8th day. On the Sabbath, He was resting. He was on the tomb. He was resting. On the 8th day, it was a new day, a new beginning. Therefore, Christ rose on this 8th day assembly. I love the good news says you must worship. It means you are celebrating what has passed. If Christ rose on the 8th day before, 8th day afterward, after the Passover. So the 8th day is to celebrate what you have passed over. The 8th day also appears when you are celebrating the Feast of Booths, the Feast of Tabernacles. To celebrate that feast, then you also have the 8th day. The 8th day is the day of the resurrection for all of us. One day sin will have its victory, and a man will face death, and a man will die, because it has been appointed for a man to live once and face judgment. But for that completion, it's 7 days. The whole a lifetime of a human being, when it comes to Scripture, is grouped to 7 days. After that, the man will die and face judgment. And then we can talk of the resurrection, the 8th day. But why can we liken the 8th day unto? I can liken the 8th day unto someone who goes to study to have a degree. That is 7 days, because once you complete your degree, then in Scripture we say it's a number of completion. It means you have done your 7. But you need the 8th day to eat the fruits of the degree. That's when you are employed. Even trees, they have to complete their cycle. They have to show a symbol of 7, a symbol of completion. Only then can a human being enjoy the fruit from the tree. Then when you enjoy the fruit of the tree, you are enjoying the 8th day. And that is what the enemy is fighting. We fight battles so that things can happen, things can start moving. And indeed, we complete them. Christ's life was not complete by His death. We needed His 8th day. We needed the resurrection. Whatever initiative you are starting, if you are going to go for a driving license, yes, you have a license, you have completed it, you have done your 7, good for you. But you need an 8th day whereby you utilize the driving license you have obtained. People who die during childbirth. Yes, the enemy could not resist the fruit of the womb. But once the fruit of the womb had been given birth to, then the enemy cut off the 8th day of that fruit of the womb. The celebration of the child has been cut off by death. When you build a house, the 8th day of the house is when you dwell with your family inside that house. You must fight to begin. You must fight to complete. You must fight to enter the 8th day. The Jews in Egypt, they fought that they can begin. But they did not know that they needed to fight to complete the journey. The devil fought that, the enemy fought that, and to others he was successful. But even after fighting to complete the journey, they still needed to fight for the 8th day to enter His rest. Shalom Aleichem. This is the greeting that Jesus Christ gave to them on the 8th day, on the resurrection day. Came to them and says, "Peace be unto you," as the translation will go. And this is the blessing of the 8th day.